Hello everyone's. I am here for my top 5 biopics. Now, after I watched the Bobby DeBarge story, which this is not going to be a review about that, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I was thinking, I was disappointed because I wanted to see his rise to fame, not him already famous, already on drugs, and then his decline. Now, my thing is, if you don't have the money to tell the story like it's supposed to be told, don't do it. Just don't do it at all. If you're not going to tell the good, the bad, and the ugly, don't do it at all. Now, with me, with a biopic, it doesn't have to be that person looks exactly like the person that they're portraying. They sound just like that person. Long as you're embodying that person, that's what I'm looking for. And that's why my number 1 is What's Love Got to Do with It. Love that movie, can watch it over and over again, and I have watched it over and over again. I almost know the whole story by heart. With her young Anna Mae singing in the church choir, getting her rocking them baby shoulders as she's singing This Little Light of Mine. Choir director going off on her because she's putting a little too much sass in it when we're supposed to be singing for the Lord. I loved it. The choir director telling her, girl, you're not finna be doing that. You need to carry your tail on home. We not singing in the juke joint. We singing for the Lord. To her walking home by herself. And I was like, as I was little, I didn't really think much about it. But then when I got there, I was like, why would they got this baby walking home by herself? But I guess back then we had more range because I was always somewhere when I was little. I was always gone. I was several blocks over when I wasn't supposed to be several blocks over. But that's neither here nor there. To her, mama leaving her with grandma, to her eventually teenage her going back to live with her mama. Now I know this biopics are not going to tell everything, and they embellish things like her having all her kids by Ike when that wasn't true, but that's neither here nor there. To her singing for Ike the first time, being blown away by everybody at the club, to her joining the King of Rhythm, and her rising up and being a better star than Ike, and him not being able to deal with it. People wanting to record with Tina and not Ike. He gave her the name Tina. Her name is Anna Mae Bullock, but he didn't call her Tina Turner because Tina sound better and all that stuff. To her rising in fame and him not being able to handle her rise to fame. And my best part of the movie is Proud Mary. And before I get to that, I watched that movie several times since I was little, and it wasn't until a year ago till I was actually listening, because for the longest time, I thought Anna Mae's mama told that she was coming to visit her, because she told her mama, I'm coming to visit you, me and the boys, please don't tell Ike, and I assumed the mama went and told Ike anyway, until I was listening, and he's saying, your mama don't know where you was at, so I was like, okay, mama, you didn't tell on Anna Mae, so I feel a little bit better about that. But on to Proud Mary. Proud Mary is the best part of the movie for me, because she gets on there and they get the chanting, Tina, 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 and she, knowing how Ike and his ego is, have to hold his hand like, it's us, it's Ike and Tina. To her not being able to take his abuse no more, trying to take her own life, to her being like, you know what, I'm gonna fight back. Her fighting back, leaving him, and then her rising on her own as a solo artist, and then to the end of her and What's Love Got to Do with It. Y'all, What's Love Got to Do with It is my number 1 biopic. Number 2 is Jackson's American Dream. I can watch the whole entire thing in one sitting. I can. I have it on my DVR recording as we speak right now. Love the movie. I love that it showed, what's her name? Catherine and Joseph, their story of him wanting to make it as a musician, never really making it, to the kids just singing around the house, to Tito getting his tail whooped because he done broke the guitar, to Joseph being like, okay, y'all can sing, and them being signed to Motown, and then them rising in fame, and him being mad that the kids is being kids and they want to grow up and they want to hang out with people that's not their brothers and sisters, and Joseph not really understand what's going on, and to him being ragged, being out here cheating on folks and getting all in his feelings when they be like, okay, you're not going to be out here cheating on mama and think that you still going to be our manager. Them rising more in fame, Michael, his depression and all that other stuff. I love Jackson's American Dream. Now, I was like 5 years old when I was born in 85. So I think it came out in like 92. So I was like 7 years old at the time. Now, people who were a little older than me, did we find out that Joseph was abusive from watching a movie, or was this just a well-known thing that everybody knew that Joseph was out here whipping their tails until they was famous? Or did you find out when you watched that show? Watched the whole miniseries? Y'all let me know down below. Like, did we already know this, or we found out watching the movie? I love it. Even till the end, when all 5 of the brothers got on stage and was dancing, and we seen the young Terrence Howard on there playing Jackie. Loved it. My third one is the 5 Heartbeats. Because can't nobody sing like Eddie Kane Jr. My cousin, she got me into watching the 5 Heartbeats. Now I know that's not like a real group, but I loved it how Duck wasn't even supposed to be in the group. Homeboy got shot from, trying to, cheat at a card game and got his leg hurt. So Duck had to go on stage and tell everybody being like, y'all not fit to make it, to them making it. And then Eddie Kane Jr.'s old raggedy dad talking about you ain't gonna be nothing because I ain't nothing. Choir boy, his daddy like, I'm a preacher, you can't be out here singing the devil's word. To them rising to fame and all what they went to, Eddie Kane Jr. getting on drugs and him losing his girlfriend, Duck finally getting with the woman he wanted to get with, only to find out that later on that JT was also sleeping with her. JT being mad because they was going to get married and he thought that she loved him, till, Flash getting to the group, and then finally Duck finding out what was going on and being like, bump this, maybe I can get my own record deal. But like, as I watched that scene where Duck was like, you know what? A writer once told me I'm going to be an excellent writer when I've, had the most pain or something like that. And I want to thank the two people, my fiance and my brother, and JT was back there smiling like, yeah, that's me. He didn't hear that, when I was going to cause the most pain, and it's because of you. He didn't catch that, and Duck finally leaving the group. He ain't spoke to his brother in like 20, 30 years. Choir boy's like, hey, come to the church. I got a surprise for you. We found out Eddie Kane Jr., he done doggone it, gave up all them narcotics, and now he's singing in the church. Him and Baby, what's her name? Baby Doll, they singing in the church. JT with the girl he met when he was like a teenager, they finally got kids. And how Eddie Kane Jr. and his drunk, stupid was in cahoots with Red to get the manager out of the way and all that mess. That's why the 5 Heartbeats is my number 3. Now, my number 4 is a mixture between Ray and the Temptations. Because when I watched Ray, I found out a lot of stuff I didn't know about Ray Charles. Like, I didn't know Ray Charles was a heroin addict. I didn't know that Ray Charles was an adulterer. I thought Ray Charles was blind from the beginning. But that movie I can watch over and over again, but I cannot watch that scene when he's digging into the suitcase and he feels baby leg. That's the one part I can't take. I can't take when his little brother drowned in the little tub when they were swimming. Couldn't take that. But other than that, I liked his rise and him, mama trying to do the best she could but couldn't because with no daddy around. You blind, so I can't really help you. Sending him off to school and him getting out of school, playing instruments to that old raggedy woman, taking money from him and him not knowing it. Her and Terrence Howard, to him getting with some little small record label, to him finally getting with a bigger record label. Then he was like, no, I'm bigger than this. I want my own masters. To him rising, Ray and B together, raising kids. Him cheating with homegirl. And my favorite part of the movie Ray was Hit the Road Jack. And it was to the point where when it would come home on, if I didn't feel like watching the whole movie, I can turn to, I think it was like 146 minutes in, they would play Hit the Road Jack. And I would know, okay, it's coming on this time. Okay, this time Hit the Road Jack would be coming on. When he's in the, he in the hotel room getting things together, and he finds out the old girl is pregnant, and she slaps him, and the next thing you know, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more. Yeah, that scene, favorite scene in the movie, but I was glad, after he done paid a few people to get off, and, they trying to take everything away from him, and B told him, if you don't start doing drugs, they gonna take something you love more than anything. More me and the kids, more all the women you slept with on the road, and more than all the dope you ever took, your music. And I was like, man, that hurt him right. That hurt him to the heart. Him getting better. And now lastly is the Temptations. Because we seen them singing on the corner like they did in the 50s, in Detroit. Singing on the corner, hope you're going to get discovered. Getting with this, I'm your manager, but like you getting a little bit of money. Vanessa Bell Calloway's character, them getting new members, and then we can't just be sitting here standing in place. We gotta, we gotta do some of this. Yes, some of this, and then rising, getting signed with the Temptations. David Ruffin coming along, him getting a big head, him getting kicked out of a group. Paul being, the sober one in the group, and him struggling with alcohol, and now he can't sing, and he done took his whole life, all that, until the end. The saddest part of that movie was when Blue went to the kitchen and didn't come back. That part almost took me out, y'all. I don't say almost took me out, but that was like the saddest part. But I was just thinking about, like, those are my top 5 biopics. And, like, we can throw in the honorary one, the New Edition story, because they showed the good, bad, and the ugly. How they out here touring for millions of fans, and they got to go back home to the projects and split $1.87 between the 5 of them. How that happened, because Maurice, he was a low down dirty dog, and then when they got with that new dude, and they thinking they on a major record label, but they on his record label, all that stuff. So, what are you guys' top 5 biopics, or it could be more, so drop that below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face puts up a new video. You can click it, you can like it, you can comment, you can share. If you're returning, you a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.